I'd like to call this City Council meeting to order for the La Junta City Council on July 17th. The time is now 6 p.m. If we'd all stand for our invocation.
Did you get me?
I got you.
Heavenly Father, please watch over us in this council and all the citizens who came out tonight. Watch over our city as we look at agenda items that are on our agenda tonight as we try our best to move this city forward. Be with us to be calm, rational, and make sound decisions. And keep all of our city employees safe and under your watch. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. If you'll stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and we have Mrs. Fraker with us this evening. It's your turn for roll call, ma'am.
Ramirez,
Present.
Velasquez, McIntyre, Ayala,
Here.
Ocha, Vila,
Here.
Pantoya.
Here.
All right, minutes of our previous meeting. Do I have a motion for the minutes of our previous meeting?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
There's several things that I said in the last meeting, and they're just too numerous to mention, but I wished they would have been put in there because they're, I think, critical for the citizens to know, because the more they know, the better decision they make. And
May I ask when you received your agenda, Mr. Avila?
what's that?
When did you receive your agenda for this meeting?
When?
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay. You could always reach out to Mal before then and get that corrected.
Well, what would be the sense of having it here, you asking for any discussion?
Okay. Any other discussion?
I wasn't done though. It just makes me think that somebody else is influencing what goes in on the minutes and what to say so that people don't get the wrong impression. So I wasn't happy with them, and I'm not going to make the changes myself. I think they should be made out of the video that we record on Facebook.
Anything else, Mr. Avila?
No, that's it. Thank
I'll
you.
ask for your vote. And that passes 3-1. Mr. Vila's no. All right. Citizen participation for non-agenda items, 5-minute time limit per person. Before I call someone up for citizen participation, I want to make a couple of things clear. First thing is, this is not my city council, this is our city council. You guys are free to ask questions of people that come up for citizens participation at any time. I would ask that you think before making a statement because we're only getting one side of the story. All right, so this is them voicing their concerns to us. If you want further clarification, by all means, you can ask them more. But when we get into a back and forth, it's not really fair because we don't have the whole story. So you guys are free to do as you want, but I would just ask that you think before we jump into something like that.
That's right, and you're totally correct. You know, non-agenda items, usually it's to listen to them and then get your thoughts down later.
So when you guys come up with these concerns or things like that, it's not that we don't care. We're here to listen, go do our research, look into these items that you guys are worried about, and then come back with an answer, either from us, from city management, city attorney, whatever that looks like. So when you guys bring up these issues, it's not that we don't care, it's just that we're here to listen and then look into these issues deeper, okay? So with that being said, you have to come up for the record, you have to state your name, your address, and then Mrs. Fraker will start a clock for me, I think. Do you have one for us? So do we have anyone for citizen participation? Okay. Come on up, sir. Is it on, Rick?
Is this on?
Nope, let me grab that for you, James. Turn that for you. Is yours-
Okay,
Hold on.
the issue that I
Wait.
had.
Sorry. You got it, Dip?
Or is she still?
We're gonna have two timers. You're gonna,
Stopwatch. Okay.
you got it? Okay.
It mine won't take long. The issue that I'm having, I'm being the voice for the homeless people. The other day, I was taking a friend of mine to work, and right up between Second and Third, there was two homeless people walking up the sidewalk, and there was a female cop standing there with her hand on her gun, intimidating these people because they were walking, and suspicion is not a crime. But because I came and after I dropped the kid off, I came and asked him, and I told him the best thing for you to do, a policeman approach you, you don't say a damn thing to him. But the guy said that he was scared because they had called another policeman in. You know, and to me that's intimidation. And not only that, the two homeless people was a lady and a male. They were Hispanics, so there was some racial profiling. Okay, that's one of the items. The other item is these firecrackers. They're still firing firecrackers up there in my neighborhood. I called the cops, and what did they say? Well, what's the address? Well, how in the hell am I going to know the address if I hear the sound? I don't know where the address, where the sound is coming from. And then another thing too, I know and I have heard that certain people in the council do not want to change the law of these people walking on the streets. However, I intend to send a letter to the governor and send a letter to the Department of Transportation that we are being put in jeopardy by these people walking the streets, and we have to stop or go around them, and they don't have to. They will walk the street. Well, do I have the right to drive on the sidewalk? Hell no, do I? So why do they have the right to walk on the street and us being put in jeopardy of hitting them? And to me, that's not right. But I intend to do something about it, because if something is not done by the city council, like I said, I will write to the governor, and I will write to the Department of Transportation and lodge a complaint with them. Because from what I see, you guys are set in your decisions. Well, I'm set on mine, and I will do what I say I'm going to do. And it just it pisses me off that the city council has allowed these people to walk the streets. And on my pickup, I've had to change the mirror on the street side twice, and they're not cheap. So that's the only thing I've got to say.
I have a question for you.
If you guys want to ask me a question.
I have a question for you, Mr. Mars. Right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, okay, I thought it was from back there. Yeah.
On the first one with the female cop, what was the date on that?
It was last week sometime, but the date I couldn't be specific about it, but it was between 2nd and 3rd Street on Bradish. And the guy that I talked to, because he was walking over there by the old Terry Lee building, I asked him, why did they stop you? She said, the police lady said, we were suspicious. Suspicion is not a crime. So she shouldn't have even stopped them, and they were just walking down the sidewalk. I made a
They
complaint.
were on the sidewalk, they weren't on the street?
No, they were on the sidewalk.
Because, if they're on the street, we
No.
usually try to see if they're trying to break into cars and
Oh,
stuff.
no, they were walking on the sidewalk. And see, I had made a complaint once before about a certain policeman that's no longer here, and he was racially profiling young kids, stopping them on the sidewalk and asking them where in the hell the drug houses were at. And that policeman's not here no more. He decided to go to bigger town, I guess, Denver, or Springs, or Pueblo, I don't know where he went to. But that irritates me because, I mean, a person's walking down the sidewalk, and a policeman will stop you and say, well, you look suspicious. Suspicious is not a crime. And I instructed them, you don't have to tell them a damn thing. You can keep quiet and don't say a thing, and there's not a damn thing the policeman can do to you. Because you don't have to answer their questions. But they, like I said, they try to intimidate you, so they cause another policeman to come in to further increase the intimidation. I mean, that's their style. They say you're suspicious. If they're not committing a crime, why are they being stopped? And that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else for citizen participation?
What's going on? Zeke Ayala, 702 Bellevue Avenue, Junta, Colorado. And I just wanted to come up again and talk to the city and let them know we're going to do the art project again this year. We're going to have some of the same artists and some different artists. It's going to be September 8th through the 10th. There's going to be some new walls available for you guys to see and for some artists to paint as well this year. We're going to have new and returning artists. We have Tiger Trade, Goal Academy, Cheer. We've also got some, excuse me, out of town schools involved this year as well too. So we're getting the youth involved. We got a kid zone. We have bounce houses, face painting. We have a couple other surprises for the kids that I'm not going to mention as of right now. We're going to have food and vendors downtown. Live entertainment throughout the whole ordeal. We've got quite a few acts actually booked, so we're going to have some stuff downtown as well. Throwback street dance. This is something we haven't had in a long time. We usually do an older folks dance, but we're going to focus on the youth this year, so we're going to have a throwback street dance like we used to for the kids. Art workshops are going to be available from some of the artists that come through as well. Autograph painting of the automobiles as well, plus I believe a special surprise with that one. Porta potty experience. We'll be painting some more porta potties and some other stuff as well. We'll have a photo booth, and this year's big kicker, we're bringing it back, I guess, to the old school days. We're going to have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. So just a heads up to everybody, I want to let the city council and everybody know, as I did last year, that we were planning on doing this. So just a heads up for you guys and everybody out there. So if you guys have any questions.
You don't do that at City Park?
City Park, we're doing it in conjunction with Early Settlers Day, but they are having their stuff at the park. We are having
3-on-3.
3-on-3 is going to be a.
Okay,
yes.
make sure to get with Brock.
I've already got with
Because
Brock.
sometimes they want to
them.
use that as like a breakfast.
Right,
place.
and that's fine. We've already worked around all that stuff as well. I just need to finalize everything with him, but I've already spoken with him there with the city and got all that stuff gone. You guys are going to be helping us get some forms and stuff out as well too for that here in this next week. But any other questions?
I think Rick, Dean, and Bill can get a team for that.
Do it? I'm serious? Let's do it. It's good. It's yeah.
Sure guys don't play basketball.
But we have 5-2.
No, last year's art project was amazing. For a first year, for you guys to come out of the gate like that, and to still see it today, the way it's held up.
There's been some
work.
changes to it, but that just gives us a reason to start something new.
Yeah. So good job, and keep it going. If you guys need anything from us, let us know.
We'll do.
Is that going to be 2 days?
It's actually going to be 3. I believe there's a football game going on the 8th. After that, we're going to provide some live entertainment to kind of kick it off, because I know some of the artists will be there already participating in their projects and putting some paint on the wall there too. So if people want to come down, we'll have some live entertainment there as well too.
Beer garden?
No, that's going to be Early Settlers Day kicker. We let them handle that this year. They're going to have that, I believe, at the park on First Street, the Plaza, I believe, with some live entertainment there. As in conjunction there, we're going to do the youth street dance downtown, kind of like we used to. So we'll have a special guest DJ come in. And
Sounds like fun.
Are they going to paint over any of the existing
We are,
units?
we are. We're
All
gonna
of them?
pay- We are. And that's just how it goes, ever changing as well. Just something new, you know what I'm saying? We've had it almost a year for everybody to kind of take it in and look at it, even though it's still kind of thriving today. I always see people walking through there and just kind of taking a look at everything. But
I heard one of the artists passed. Is that-
Zeb, we're gonna do a memorial for him this year as well too.
And he did
We're
the, was it the Blues Brothers
He,
one?
he did. He was a guy with dreads last year, yeah. Yeah, he had passed just shortly after that, so.
Are you still having kids or somebody defacing the existing art?
Yeah, and that, like I was telling Joe, that kind of comes with the territory. Gives us a reason to kind of, you know, go over it, buff it out, and start over new again. It happens. It's just something that we kind of accept, but we go back and fix it if we need to. Or do it.
Not very often.
Not very.
No.
Not very at all. So, I mean, people respect the art, and we appreciate that as well too. Any other questions from City Council? Anybody there? Anybody? Audience? Anybody?
Thank you, Z.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Anyone else for citizen participation? All right, moving on, unfinished business, Mr. Maloff.
Mr. Mayor, for the council's consideration on second reading, and incidentally, we have already agreed that it will be by title only. An ordinance calling an election on November 7th, 2023 to authorize the imposition of an additional 1% sales tax on retail sales within the city of La Junta, setting the title and content of the ballot issue for the election, providing other matters and ratifying actions previously taken relating thereto, and providing the effective date of this ordinance.
All right, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion?
Well, I think this is a little early, and I outlined last meeting a whole bunch of different avenues we can wait and take a different look. And as far as the language on the ordinance, it could be a little different. And we've got some. I think it'll be okay for the year 2025, but not next year. And then in a couple of years, we will have also a sizable increase in the, well, at least it's projected to be sizable increase for the conduit. That's supposed to be quite an expense, but we don't have any figures yet. So I'm not in favor of it for next year. I think we have sufficient funding avenues, which I'll cover on another day. And I don't think, but it's up to the voters, not up to me. But I'll have some more data to support it.
And I will too, and I'll have a group that will, I think they're getting together to put out information to the public, so then that way the questions that they have, or at least any of the questions that they're concerned with, can be answered by the group.
Any other discussion? Now I'll ask for your vote. That's 3-1 with Mr. Vila voting no. Committee and board reports. I know all of my committee or boards have not met yet. Does anyone else have any committee and board reports? Were you going to do one for Paul?
Yeah, and I'll just do it during my comments.
All right.
If that's okay.
Well, guess what? It's city manager comments.
All right. The brick and tile playgrounds is complete except for the last shelter. We got the red iron up, the frame up. We need to put the roof on it, and then we'll be done with it. Yeah, we pulled off. We're working a drainage project up at Chaparral Heights. That with all the rainstorms and stuff, we needed to get that corrected because it was starting to become a little problematic up in that subdivision. And all it really was they had a like a swale, just a drainage ditch between two houses that went back to the Arroyo, and it wasn't functional at all. So we tore it out and we put a 12-inch pipe in so it'll drain proper, or the subdivision will drain out properly. So we have out the bids for the trail, the Brick and Yard Trail. They'll open up at the end of this month. EPA, we're out to bid on the Browns Field, and it opens up Friday, I believe. So we're going to get them out and going and hard. You know, when I had the pre-bid meeting on the trail, we had 5 different contractors show up from southeast Colorado on the Front Range, some big boys. But every one of them said that it's about a year out to get pedestrian bridges. Well, I told them, get a new source, you know, but, you know, with all 5 of them saying that, and then I started doing some research, and they're correct. You know, the supply chain on pedestrian bridges, for whatever reason, I don't know.
What'd they give you on that?
About a year out. Well, get that project done. We had a sewer manhole that was replaced on 3rd and Highway 50. We had to flow fill that because it was right around some other piping, and we're having to let that flow fill really get solid because of the type of truck traffic that goes there. And sometime this week you'll see Wayne Walter's group come in and report concrete. We have 275 kids in baseball, and that seems to be going good. We're still in level 1 water restrictions, just on water between 10 and 6. We have the new scoreboard that was placed at Veterans Field, which is nice. Patching, clearing weeds when we can, but we got these other projects, you know, and like we found a hole at 3rd Street right by the Colorado Bank and Trust that we got to get into, you know, so you'll be seeing us jump from project to project on this stuff. Had 249 kids sign up for a summer reading program and 100 kids on Friday program. Now, the river's been up and down and everything. There's don't be a flood, you know, even with all this rain and stuff like that. It would take a lot more to get us to that point. Earlier this summer, we were getting to that point, and it was scary because, you know, but, you know, when I was monitoring the big flows coming down the Arkansas River stem, the difference between it and 1999 is there were no big storms on the tributaries, like the Red Top that's south of Fowler, you know, that comes down to Pishopaw and feed the Arkansas River. So, you know, but it just goes to show you, in any given year, we could have a flood. It's one of the first times that I remember seeing where on the news they were saying, watch out for severe thunderstorms, watch out for hail, and watch out for flooding. All 3 of them, right there next to each other. That's not normal, guys. It's not normal. Phil Weiser will be here on Thursday. Now, he's going to have 2 town hall meetings. Now, the first one he wants to have with regional leaders in a conversation about mental health priorities, challenges, and opportunities in southeastern Colorado. We got Valleywide, we got the mental health, you know. We got some big industry here for this, you know. Hopefully we'll get a good turnout. And that'll be at 3:45 in this room. Okay, the other one right after that at 5, he is having one with the ag producers about water competition, the merger, proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons, and other timely priorities for the ag producers. Right. So hopefully we get some people, and that one also will be right here in City Council chambers. It's hot. You know, make sure you're taking care of your animals. I can't believe how many kids that I see barefooted on this concrete. You can't do that. They'll give 3rd-degree burns right now. You know, if you got kids, take care of them, man. Don't let them run around without their shoes. Not now. it's just too dicey. And with that,
10th
oh,
Street.
and I want to say thank you to Mayor Ayala and his wife Angela, the Rotary people, for Saturday. Saw them downtown in Forest, painting the curbs yellow on corners, got some intersections out. You know, that's community involvement. That's community dedication. And I want to say thank you.
First Church and Lana High School sent their football team out as well too. So
Right on. Good. It was, I know you had a crew.
Yeah.
You had a crew.
10th Street, the weeds on 10th Street,
Okay, yeah.
Hill.
As soon as we get this, the drainages back to order and I get a little bit of patching done, we're jumping back on alleys and patching. But we've got to correct some of these items before another storm comes in. Okay, but thank you for that, you know, because I've been getting hit a lot.
What about the residents, Rick? Are you guys giving warnings at least?
Well,
'Cause there's some
they
houses
go-
that are
yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, and I just talked to Jessica Madrid down in the PD about this, and they just sent out another wave of warnings, you know, and then they got so long, when they don't do it, we got to come in. Yeah.
Do we
But I
have,
do got some good news that I know a lot of people have been asking me about the house across from City Hall. Okay, you know, we all know somebody died there. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation has released the house, and we'll start taking action there too.
across the street?
Yeah, the old Bradford's place
Oh.
and stuff, and we're gonna be talking to Mr. Maloff about serving them notice and going after that building because it's in so disrepair.
It is.
But it seems to be the talk of the town.
They used to have a pool in there or a sauna, didn't
There
they?
was. There's still a pool in back. There's a tree in it right now.
Do you think it's rehabilitable?
Take a lot of money.
You haven't looked at it?
No, I've looked at it. It'd take a lot of money. But, you know, see, I'm taking it because I remember as a kid getting my pictures taken up, and it was immaculate home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always thought, yeah. When I was growing up, I always thought it was the best house in the world.
Mr. Maloff, you had a question?
Mr. Mayor, I just want to comment on city employees caught doing something good. Very proud to say that a couple of city employees helped a citizen who had high watered out over on 2nd and Harriet 10 days ago. And they really went above and beyond. Pablo Bailon and
Gilbert Label.
Gilbert Label really, really showed their stuff, and I'm glad to publicly acknowledge them.
What were you high watering out for there, Dean?
Some idiot.
All right. Governing body comments.
I got one. The Colorado Municipal League is a league organization of most cities in the state of Colorado. And I wasn't able to attend that last couple of weeks, but they did send me a municipal university plaque that I got a whole bunch of hours and congratulated me for having successfully got through the municipal university. They call it Muniversity, and I'm pretty proud of it because it took me 7 years to get this, and I graduated summa cum laude.
Congratulations, Ed.
It's nice.
Question?
No, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Any other governing body comments?
I did.
Nope.
Well, mine was just to mention the wet parade we had recently. There were some water balloons that were being thrown, and I don't think there were any thrown by any participants in the parade, but it was the people watching, so we cannot have any water balloons thrown at the parade. Someone almost or did, I don't remember if they did or not. Was it you? You got
There
your
were several.
windshield? Someone threw a water balloon at your windshield?
Oh, yeah, I got hit by a water balloon. Nothing broke.
Okay, nothing broke, but I think they hit a fire truck as well. And it dented it, but they were able to get it out. We won't have it if they do the water balloons. So just don't do water balloons.
I noticed several water balloons. I saw a guy in front of your bank. He had a whole pickup
Yeah,
pulling them out of the tub, throwing them. And he got me in the back. That was all right.
yeah. They're just not allowed. Thank you.
Anything else? No, we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming out tonight.